little people.
Right. And then Creation Fest is like Mardi Gras for Christians. But it's most of it is like guys struggling with not beating off. You got to hear this. So here's Creation
So while
Fest.
the little people are just getting it on everywhere,
and
the Christians are trying not to.
Yeah, and they all like seem to be hypnotized. You know, they all are in step with the anti-abortion no matter what happens.
So they sound like they're reciting something from rote.
Yeah. I tell you, I'd rather go to the Little People Convention than the Creation Festival.
Which sin tempts you the most, personally?
Probably lust. I'm a man. I'm a guy.
If you're tempted to masturbate, how do you push back that feeling?
I sleep with the Bible right next to my bed, and
Party. He sleeps with the Bible next to his bed.
And what happens when he gets the urge? He grabs the Bible instead of himself?
Let's listen.
it's actually like if I roll over, it's like right there in my face. So I always grab that Bible and I start reading and I start praying, and I also kind of.
Could you imagine? You get a big boner
in there. What's going on?
Got a big thick boner, and you're like, oh,
you're
Jesus.
reading the Bible out loud.
Yeah, like, oh, young Joe. Oh. What was that movie, Midnight Cowboy, when the guy has all kinds of evil thoughts? And
right.
He's very religious, but he wants to fuck guys.
Have accountability partners. Kind of like my best friend in Tennessee, and I'll call him.
He wants a beat off. He calls his friend.
Calls a friend. It's almost like AA.
Yeah, calls a dude.
Call your sponsor.
Thinking of beating off. Be strong, my friend.
Like, hey, dude, having some problems here. I need you to help me work through this, and he's always there.
And what was your stance on abortion?
I don't agree with it.
I'm sure you're pro-abortion in cases of incest, though, right?
Nope.
Really?
Nope. It's the same deal. It's again, incest is a sin, sex is a sin. They have to deal with their consequences.
I wish I could tape one of those phone calls when he calls his buddy because he's about to beat off.
And why is his buddy so strong?
Yeah. Like I'd be like, hey. Hi, buddy. Yes. I'm thinking of beating off. Me too. I'm not strong either. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm hard, but I'm not touching myself yet. Are you? I'm hard too, but I am touching myself. I'm really hard too. How thick are you? I'm very thick. Thick as a beer can. Oh my God. You should see the head of my cock. It's turning purple. Thick and purple. Right now. Do you have your Bible in your hand? Yes. Yes, I do. Can you imagine? All right, I tell you what, I got a plan. Go ahead. We can't beat off. I want you to read the Bible to me, and I'll read it to you. How's that for a plan? Sounds like a shitty plan. Who's that on the phone?
Maybe they're saying they have so much trouble reading they forget they need to beat off.
Who's on the phone with us? It's me, Rupert Murdoch. Hello, mate.
Yeah, just hacked in.
What are you doing? We're hacking in here, you two idiots. Oh, Jesus. Keep this out of the New York Post. Anyway, all right, that's one guy. Okay, here's another dude.
I noticed that you're wearing an interesting T-shirt. Can you tell me about that shirt?
Yes, definitely. It says pornography is for posers.
When the thought of masturbation comes to mind, what do you do to prevent that sin?
Constant prayer. I struggled with masturbation for a long time, and even now, like, to stay pure in your mind is probably the biggest thing. But like I said, just constant prayer and, just staying in tune with the Holy Spirit.
That's the other weird thing. They have heavy metal rock bands, but they're all Christian.
Uh-huh.
So you could hear, like, I don't know. Doesn't that sound satanic to you, those riffs?
Yeah. I don't know how you can be playing that.
No, I guess one thing at a time for these guys. All they got left is their satanic music.
Praying with God just helps so much.
I know, I hear music like that. I want to beat off.
When's the last time you broke down and masturbated?
And then it's weird, too, because they're heavy metal bands, but then they have, like, Christian lyrics. We don't masturbate. We don't masturbate.
Masturbated.
It wasn't too long ago, honestly. Maybe less than a year ago.
Really?
Less than a year ago, this guy broke down and masturbated.
Yeah,
So it sounds like it's something you struggle with on a daily basis.
It is. Here's what happens. Like, what I've noticed is the second you want to commit any sin, Satan throws all these lies at you that eliminate your need for accountability. For that particular sin, if you have that temptation, what you're not thinking about, I promise you, is your future wife. What you're not thinking about is your future children. And, it just eliminates the need for you to be accountable.
Yeah, I don't want the kids to know I used to beat off. I want to be able to sit down with my kids and tell them I resisted the urge to beat off.
It seems to me you spend an awful lot of time trying not to.
Seems like
Might as well just get it over with and go on with your life.
That's what I do. When I get the urge, I get that poison out of me and I go right on with my day. I don't think about it for a minute.
Imagine trying not to for hours.
Oh,
and
my
hours
God.
and
Reading the
hours.
Bible. I'm pretty sure if I didn't beat off,
Go ahead and come. Go ahead.
I probably wouldn't be able to get anything done.
That's what
I'm
saying.
coming.
These people are contributing nothing.
Whenever I'm all worked up, I just beat off. And then I go right back to doing what I need to do.
Let her
That's
go.
why they're into creationism.
Right.
They haven't read anything.
They're too stupid. They're into creationism. They don't pay attention in school. Their head is clogged with cum.
Absolutely.
Let's see. You want to stay with Creation Fest?
Yes.
Are you a born-again Christian?
I am a born-again Christian. I've been a Christian for a year now.
What event led you to convert to become a born-again Christian?
The fact that I do have a porn addiction.
Give me an idea. How many times per day were you masturbating?
You know, 3 times, 5 times. You know.
They.
Oh, my. So they
Oh,
can't
my.
get anything done regardless.
All right.
A day. Whenever I could. You just say you ask God for forgiveness, and you just. It's not something to be ashamed of, because
Listen to that music going on.
And what are you supposed to do with this movie? You can't move your hips.
if you said that you're ashamed of it, and then people make fun of you, people have a power over you.
A lot of confused people at that Creation Fest, huh?
Oh, this is one place I don't want to wind up.
No.
You know, like that sounds like hell to me.
Sounds like you'd be in danger of possibly being raped because these guys are completely jacked up on semen. I mean,
Sounds like absolute hell.
sounds like these guys would splooge all over you if they just saw a girl.
Yeah, there'd be a big explosion into the room. Splat, splat, splat.
I haven't beaten off in a year. Look at your titties. A lot of them sound sort of gay anyway.
Well, that's what you think
Yeah.
when you listen to this. Is like, these guys have real problems.
I
They
get
don't
it,
want
yeah.
to be what they really are.
It's possible they're thinking about guys' assholes when
Yeah.
they're, who knows what's going on.
I'd like to see that porn he was addicted to.
Yeah, right. Sounds like maybe some young boys were involved in their underpants, frolicking in the lawn.
What is your stance on the actual act of abortion?
I don't believe it's
A
ever.
lot of these guys are gay and they can't deal with it, so they want to act like they're all religious.
Right.
Meanwhile, if they were just gay, they'd be happy. Nothing wrong with it. Just be gay with their families.
And they wouldn't have time for this fest.
Right.
This, what's it called? Creation
Yeah, they'd be a gay fest.
stock?
Right.
Yeah, but the gay pride parade.
Yeah, they'd be at the gay pride parade having a good time.
Working on their costume.
They're all sweating bullets trying not to beat off because they're thinking about dudes. I guarantee it.
What is your stance on the actual act of abortion?
I don't believe it's ever okay to kill a small child. Statistics and studies have shown that actually going through with pregnancy.
Straight people don't go to fests. Now they think about it. Creation Fest.
Even if you were raped, which is only 1% of abortions, actually is beneficial for the mother.
I'm just one of those dudes that believes even if you're raped, you should have a
Now,
baby.
how is it beneficial for the mother? I've never heard this before.
It's much more beneficial to the mother. Can you imagine a dude saying to a woman, after you get raped, you should have a baby? Well, how arrogant for any asshole male guy to say, any guy to say that. You imagine a guy saying to a woman, here's what you ought to do. I think after some fucker goes and rapes you, against your will, he fucks you. You should then have his baby. Give me a break. Someone should just shove a fist up that asshole's asshole. You know what I mean?
See how he likes it.
Yeah. Put a baby up there.
Yeah, then put a basketball on the end of it and then blow it up.
Yeah, right. And then you can think about your rapist every day. And then when the baby comes out, you can even be more thrilled. What a dick.
Are you in favor in abortion in the cases of incest?
I don't think that taking someone's life is ever an okay thing to do. I think incest is a very hard thing, but I know personally someone that had this situation, and they are happy that they kept their child because they can't imagine living without their child
Having grandpa's baby is always fun.
now.
I don't think that we can
Every time I look into
It
his
brought
eyes,
the family closer.
it did. For years, all he did was finger me, and then all of a sudden he fucked me, and now I have a constant reminder.
And we
of it.
have a child together now
Yeah,
that
I
we're
can't-
raising.
Can't tell you how healthy this has been for me.
ever decide.
He knows someone personally.
And the baby loves that daddy. My
Yeah.
father is his father, too.
Yeah. The kid doesn't feel damned at all.
Who has a right to live, such as if someone did have a deformality, the elephant man, whatever.
deformality.
I think that he's
A deformality, did he say?
I don't know. I can't listen to this.
still enjoyed life and has been given the chance
The elephant man enjoys life. Thank you.
to live life, even if they are deformed.
How old do you think the Earth is?
I think that the Earth is somewhere from 6,000 to 10,000 years old. I also believe in the
How do they know everything, these guys?
They do. They sound very authoritative.
chronological order of birth that is shown in the Bible. We have a very good lineage that shows exactly from Adam all the way up to about Christ, how many people lived and how long they lived. So I feel like with very good accuracy.
Anyway, that's Creation Fest, where guys basically go not to beat off. You know, try to get that under control.
Oh, jeez.
No.
That's funny because, you know, you got some, I'm sure there's some guys in there who beat themselves every time they have a thought about sex.
Yeah.
It must be a fun group. Little people.